How do you hear your inner voice? I get asked this all the time, and this is something that I used to ask myself because there was a time in my life where I had intense anxiety and I wondered, is this anxiety or is this intuition? And how can I tell the difference, and how can I know what truly is coming from spirit? This is what put me down this whole entire rabbit hole to do the work that I'm doing. So if this video found you and you're asking yourself, how do I hear my own inner voice? Then this found you just in time. This is a synchronicity. This is your inner voice manifesting through the physical to answer those questions for you, okay? So let's get to it. In order to hear your inner voice, you have to learn how to raise your vibration first. That's first and foremost, because your inner voice is yourself in a higher dimension, okay? Some people call these your spirit guide. Some people call these your guardian angels. But really what it all boils down to is it's a version of yourself who's been through it all, who's seen it all, because everything's happening all at once, okay? And that version of you is trying to give you guidance to help you in what you're going through right now, okay? Now, that version of you is in the existence of love itself. It is the vibration of love. Love is the highest frequency we can go. So when the vibration's way up here, you have to kind of get your vibration to go up here so it's easier to hear. It doesn't have to shout as loud. This is just an analogy, right? Spirit doesn't shout. But you kind of get my point, right? So whenever we're in our darkest days, sometimes it's really hard to hear spirit because we are way down here and they're way up here, okay? Now, that's also why a lot of people, when they're just down in the dumps and they're in the darkest hour, sometimes they'll have things that actually manifest in the physical because that's the only way they can hear it. That's why you hear people like actually seeing angels or actually seeing loved ones, because they're so low down here that a physical manifestation has to happen at a lower vibration, right? But, okay, so we're trying to hear our own inner guidance. Okay, so how do we raise our vibration? You're like, great, let's do it. I want to hear my guidance system. Okay, so you gotta do things that make you feel good, okay? Did you guys just see that? Like, that was weird. There was like something that just happened on the camera there. You gotta do things that make you feel good, okay? The happier you are, the higher your vibration goes, okay? How do you do that? Especially when you don't know what sounds good, what you don't know what's gonna make you happy. Well, start small. Start by the smallest thing you can think of. If sitting on the couch all day makes you, like if that is what you wanna do for the day, if that's the only thing that sounds good, just do that and give yourself permission for that day to do that, okay? Whatever you decide to do that sounds good, you have to actually let yourself enjoy it. There was a time where I needed to zen out. I needed to relax because I had such intense anxiety and I could not hear my intuition, right? The problem was that I was not allowing myself to zen out, because for me, zenning out would be, just relaxing and being like in a meditative state. And to me, I was thinking like, I don't want to be perceived as lazy. I don't want to be perceived as someone who's just sitting around, who's not doing it enough around the house, right? So I did not allow myself to do what my inner guidance system was calling me to do. And it made me take a very long time to actually hear what my inner voice was actually telling me. So it can be as simple as that. My inner voice was saying, sit down, relax, just don't do anything. And that was really confusing to me because I was like, I feel like I have to do something. Like, why would my inner voice tell me to do nothing? That sounds lazy. But it's exactly what I needed at the time. And it's the only thing that they could get through to me was sit down, relax. Because if I were to just sit down and relax, I could have kind of zenned out and my mind would have went blank. I could have got my vibration higher because I would have been relaxed. And then I would have heard the next step of what to do. But it took me so long to allow myself to do that because I thought it was perceived as lazy. And I didn't want to look lazy. Okay. And then I finally gave myself, I was like, you know what? I finally had this realization. It's not being lazy, it's being zen. I need to be zen. I'm a zen person. I need to allow myself to have those zen moments. And then when I started doing that, my vibration rose because I was doing what was in alignment with my true self. And then all the intuition, all the guidance started pouring in. It all became crystal clear because finally I was letting myself do what I was called to do. So you have to find what that is for you. And if you have that passion that you want to do, or that whatever sounds like something that you want to do and you're not allowing yourself to do it, you need to ask yourself, find out what is the belief that's holding you from doing what you need to do. Because for me, it was the belief that I was lazy. That's just a belief that I made up. It wasn't true. I was just being zen. Okay? And then when I put a new belief to it, I was able to actually follow through, and then my life got better. Okay. And then I try to do that every day still. Every day. I still, if I'm like, this is lazy, I'm like, no, it's Zen. And I need to be Zen so I can get guidance on what to do next. Okay. So allow yourself to do that. And I promise you, when you start doing things like that and you allow yourself to do what you truly want to do in the moment, your vibration will rise. And when your vibration rises, you're going to get those thoughts that pop in your head. You're going to get, just the clear knowing of what to do. You're just going to have clarity. You're going to have clarity. People are going to say the right thing to you at the right time that you need to hear to put you on the next step of your journey. Okay. So I hope this helps someone. Let me know if it did. And let me know if you have any other questions about following your inner guidance system, and I'll try to answer them in the comments.